Hey there everyone, and welcome to Bill's Retro Gaming Show. On today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the latest release from AtGames. This is Primal Carnage Deluxe, the third in their Primal Carnage line. I'll give you my thoughts, my review, and show off a little bit of gameplay right after this. All right, everyone, as always, thank you so much for tuning in and checking out today's video. If this happens to be your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscription button, click the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put up a new video, give this one a thumbs up, and leave a comment below if you want to be part of the conversation. So today, we're looking at the third table from AtGames from Magic Pixel in the Primal Carnage line. This is Primal Carnage Deluxe. Now it follows on from the first one, which was Primal Carnage Solid State, an 80s style pinball game. After that was Primal Carnage Retro, more of a 60s electromechanical style pinball. And now we have this one, which is more of a modern take on this theme. Now, I will be going over some gameplay, some features of this particular table. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully this helps you decide if this is one you want to pick up. Now, this is available from AtGames. You can get this for $5 for your HD pinball table like the one I have, or you can get it for $7 for your 4KP pinball machine if that's the one you own. So before we jump in and I show off the features of this particular table, show off some gameplay, I do want to give a huge shout out and thank you to AtGames for providing this to me for free. Now, I am a part of their media group, influencer group, whatever it is you want to call it. On occasion, they do provide free games to me for the purpose of review. This happened to be one of them. So hopefully this helps you guys make a decision on whether or not this is a game that you want to add to your HD pinball machine or your 4KP pinball machine. All right, so let's take a look at what this particular game looks like, show off some of the features of what you're going to be doing when you play this one, and show off a little gameplay. Taking a quick look at the back glass, this is really kind of a very minimal looking scene. There isn't a lot going on here. You can kind of see what looks like some fencing and a pterodactyl flying over the head. It says Terror Dome on it, with the Terror Dome kind of lighting up from time to time. You can see the DMD there kind of in the middle. Again, with the HD, obviously the DMD is going to be a part of the back glass, but if you're purchasing this on the 4K, that DMD will of course move down below the back glass. Still, I don't think there is a lot to this particular back glass, probably even on the 4K line. It just seems very simplistic. And in a lot of ways, very dark, kind of like I felt with the retro one. You really can't see much in it. It's dark. There's not a lot going on. It's just nothing really spectacular in my opinion. Of course, the DMD is something that is going to be very familiar to anybody who has played any of the Magic Pixel games. It's going to have that same kind of similar look and feel that we're used to. All right, so before we get into some gameplay, I do want to show off the Playfield, talk about some of the features, some of the things you can do when playing this game. There's a lot going on here, some good, some bad. You know, you guys can certainly decide that for yourself. Of course, like with so many games from a Magic Pixel, especially when you get to the deluxe line of games, this thing is flipper heavy. You've got your two main flippers down here. You've got two on the sides over here. You've got another little flipper up right over here to kind of pop the ball up into this hole over here. I'll talk about that a little bit more as well. You've got a small little upper playfield area here with two flippers, and another upper playfield area here also with two flippers. So if you're counting, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 flippers. 9 flippers on this game. That's a lot. And honestly, I mean, you could, while these are actually kind of nice, they do come in handy, you could certainly do without them. You know, I get the need for flippers if you're going to have an upper plate area up here. I mean, I guess they all have a purpose. I can say that the flippers all do have a purpose for the most part, but man, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. Moving beyond that, there's definitely some interesting things going on here. First off, you've got these 3 different wireframe ramps. Now, one of the things with each of these is as you start each new ball, there is going to be a gate in front of each ramp. You've got to hit that gate once to pop it down, and then you can actually use the ramp and go through it. And that is important because that does come into one piece of gameplay that I'll talk about in a second. Again, you've got this hole up here, which is the shop. And this actually comes into play for a few things. First off, getting it into that hole will, from time to time, pop it into this upper play area. That's how you get into this upper play area. And then you've got spinners and targets up here to kind of keep it in play and rack up some points. You'll also see this LED lighting up. You've got Start Scientist Multi-Ball, Disable, Catastrophic Event, and Purchase Extra Ball. So depending on if any of these are lit, something is going to happen when you get here. So for instance, there are 2 different multi-balls that you can get into play when you're playing this game. The first is that Scientist Multi-Ball. That is a 2-ball multi-ball. So if you get it into here when that is lit, that will start the Science Multi-Ball. You'll have 2 balls in play that you can use to rack up points. You can do different things, such as having to hit this Terra spinner right here. You can see this kind of rib cage look that goes into the dome here. This is the Terror Dome, and rack up points that way. You can also get a 3-ball multi-ball. That's going to be when this lock is lit. This guy here, this dinosaur, is going to lean forward. And if you can get the ball into the ramp there, it's either 2 or 3 times, I forget. He'll eat the ball, lock it in place, and then by, I think, the 3rd one, that's when it starts the multi-ball. Now, another thing that will happen from time to time, and I think for me, it always seems to happen at the start of the 2nd ball. I don't know if that's just part of the game or if that's just how, where I keep hitting it. But from time to time, a catastrophic event will occur. When that happens, you've got a certain set of time. I haven't timed it out yet, but you've got a little bit of time to stop the catastrophic event. There are 2 ways to do that. If this is lit, disable catastrophic event, and you get it in the hole, you're good. Otherwise, you've got to unlock either of these 2 ramps and then get the ball up the ramp. So you'll have to hit it twice. You'll have to hit it once to unlock and then once to get it up the ramp. If you do that, it disables the event. If you can't do it in time, then that play is going to be over. It's going to lock the flippers, and then the ball is just going to fall down and drain, and you're done and on to the next one. Now, beyond that, there are other gameplay modes that come into play. There is a dome event where if you can keep the ball up into where the bumper's here in this dome, you can rack up a bunch of points. Obviously, getting them into the upper play field and hitting the spinners and targets racks up points. At different times, certain letters and different things will light up, and if you can hit the holes here or the ramps or whatever, you'll do whatever that particular event is. I forget what they are off the top of my head. You said there's a bunch of them. There's the Get Loaded, Defeat the Tyrant, and Pterodon Attack, and things like that. So obviously, like I said, very, very packed playfield. There is a lot going on, especially in the upper areas here. But I do have to say, compared to some others recently from them, that everything does feel well laid out. It does feel like you can see everything that's going on. One of the problems sometimes with AtGames tables in particular is it's hard to differentiate the upper playfield from the lower part because the feeling of depth just isn't always there. I do feel like this one that you can tell the difference. You can see what's going on underneath versus what is going on in the upper playfield, and that's nice as well. The shooter lane kind of is underneath the table, so when it shoots up, it's going to come up and around and into the dome here or down the side here where you can pop it in to get into the upper playfield right away. So again, there is a lot going on here. Now, this is just its own game. This is not like the solid state game where you would go back and forth between playing dinosaurs versus humans. You're always on the side of the humans. You're always fighting the dinos. That's what it is. But overall, I do like the layout. I do think it's fun. And it's gameplay in just a second. One other thing I did want to point out, which I think is fun and funny, although somewhat of a missed opportunity, is you can see up in the top here, hopefully you can see this, it says, this facility has gone 17 days without incident. I don't know what the significance of 17 is, if that was just a number they picked. Considering what's going on and the fact that you can have these catastrophic events and why wasn't that 0? Should have made that 0 days. It would have actually been kind of funny, but in my personal opinion. But that's just, you know, I just think that would be funny. Overall, it is a good looking table. It is a lot of fun to play. And yeah, let's get into some gameplay. I'll show you how it looks.
The hunt is on. Stay sharp or become the hunted.
All right, here we go. Let's start some gameplay, see how well I do. I always feel like I tend to mess things up whenever I am trying to play and record at the same time. See a lot going on in that dome there. All right, so I just unlocked the gates on those 2 side ramps, so now I can get them up there, maybe. Or maybe not. Oh, see, I keep forgetting about those side flippers. It's like, I don't even know why they're there. Up into the dome. Let's see, can I get it into the... And there we go. Let's see, that should get me into the upper area. There we go. Let's see what we can do here. Get the spinners around, get some of the targets. Oh.
Scientist multi-ball.
All right, so there we go. That's the first multi-ball that I just unlocked. That's the 2-ball multi-ball. Let's see how we do here. Oh, almost lost it there.
Rounded 1 million points.
Ugh.
Ball is saved. The hunt isn't finished yet.
So you got to hit that spinner right there like 10 times, I think, to rack up the big points. Oh, and I think I just lost it. Oh, there we go. Didn't quite get enough, but that definitely racked up a bunch of points. If I showed the backlash now, you'd see I'm up to like almost 10 million points already just on the first ball from doing that. So, now see, now here's the catastrophic event. Let's see now. Can I do it? All right. So that's the first. I unlocked the gate. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, almost. Come on, come on. Nope. Damn it. Ah! Okay, got a ball save there, though. Is it going to be enough to get through this event? Or am I going to lose it? All right, I unlock. Oh, no. Well, that's another way to stop the catastrophic event, is to lose your ball. But I unlocked the gates. Had I been able to get it up the ramp, that would have ended the catastrophic event too. But did not happen on that gameplay.
Lock is lit. Get ready to hunt.
Okay, so now lock is lit. So let's see if I can. Oh, come on. Nope. Oh, okay. Got a ball save there. I feel like the way that they have those ramps situated, it's difficult to hit them directly from the flippers, but I'm sure that's the point. I don't want to make it too easy, right? Oh, okay, so I got... Come on. Ah! Nope. See, those things on the side are really easy to hit from the flippers, but getting it up the ramps is a pain. Oh, there we go. That's one. There we go. So he ate one.
The hunt begins.
So I think you have to wait for it to be on lock again. In order to lock the next one. And see, I got it into that other upper playfield. See, that's the thing. That middle ramp will get it into the upper playfield on the left side. Oh, I'm about to lose it. And I think that's going to do it. There we go. Game over. But as usual, the whole point is not to really play at my best, but to just give you guys an idea of how it plays so you can see for yourself and decide if this is one you're interested in. So hopefully that was enough to give you guys kind of an idea of how this particular game plays. So there you go. That's a look at the latest game from AtGames, Primal Carnage Deluxe. Now again, this is the third and probably final in their Primal Carnage line. And I gotta say, for me, this probably ranks right in the middle of the three tables. I do actually really like Solid State the best. I think that is the most fun, with the ability to kind of go back and forth between playing on the human side versus the Dino side and some of the features that that particular game has. Then there's this one. I do think this one's a lot of fun. I think there's a lot to do in this game that makes it appealing. And then finally, the retro one is probably my least favorite of the three. Of course, you let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As I said, this is available from AtGames. You can purchase it from their online store, or if you own a 4KP machine, you can purchase it directly through the App Store on the machine. It's going to run you $5 for the HD version and $7 for the 4K version. But there you go. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it informational. If you did, go ahead, leave me a like, leave me a thumbs up, leave me some comments below. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that as well. And if you want to support the channel even further, you could consider getting a membership. That's all for now. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care and happy gaming.